Well, welcome back, everyone, um, to Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Tainted Love. Uh, as you all hopefully remember, but if you don't, we'll go into a quick recap. Um, Last session, there was a little bit. Oops, hold on 1 second. I need to pin my Discord window so it does not vanish. There we go. There was a little bit of, uh, well, exploration and answer searching being done. You visited Eric's old office in an attempt to see if he had any more details in regards to the connection between like the Speedwagon Foundation as well as potentially any connections regarding to the strange murderer of Giorgio, who had eluded you after falling into the Miami harbor. Um, when you arrived at Eric's office, you saw that the place had been ransacked. Everything sort of had been thrown about, uh, and shelves emptied. 1 second. Closing the door so we have less bird noise. uh, Shelves emptied, and the pictures and sort of strings, sort of connecting everything together, have been torn down. Um, at first, you were all suspicious, thinking that an enemy stand had been in in the area, and you began searching the area for another stand user, though it seemed that you were all alone. Nobody but the city nightlife and wildlife to keep you company. So you directed your attentions to the contents of Eric's office. A meticulous search, well, revealed that nothing had been taken. Um, the place had simply been trashed, everything had been looked through. More concerning, however, is you notice that while searching the office, things had begun to levitate almost, drifting up slightly as if no longer bound by the forces of gravity. This strange force began to grow, becoming more and more strong, as eventually you found yourselves being pulled upwards toward the sky. Quick scans of the world around you revealed that it seemed that the stand user was none other than a flock of pigeons at first, though further scrutiny reveals that it's one specific pigeon. In the ensuing battle, you attempted to race away using Jocelyn's bicycle race. Relying on her stand's ability to remain adhered to any surface, you all hooked yourselves onto Jocelyn as she pedaled furiously, attempting to outrace the avian stand user. However, it seems that the avian stand user was ready to pursue at all speed, chasing Jocelyn through the streets of Miami as she sought safety at the harbor. There, you decided to stand your ground. Using whatever tricks you could, you turned upon the pigeon, though not without taking quite significant injuries along the way, and nearly losing Jet to the dangers that is water to his paper form. Though eventually you managed to subdue and defeat the pigeon. Piling into a abandoned truck or parked truck, likely not abandoned, you stole the vehicle and hotwired it and returned to your safe house, ready to make contact with the Speedwagon Foundation. That is where we had left off. Does anybody have anything they would like to remind me that I might have missed in our month-long hiatus? Oh, these are not there. These were just pictures that Jet was making. Beyond that. No? Alright. Then you guys return to your safe house. Which of you was carrying the cell phone, the sort of bricky cell phone that the two Speedwagon agents had given you?
Probably, Liza.
Okay. Um, then Liza, since Maya is not here, would notice that the phone begins to chime in her hand, uh, giving off a almost synthetic bleep, bleep, as cell phone sort of begins to ring noisily.
Is this the one from the Speedwagon Foundation?
This is the one given to you, loaned to you by the Speedwagon Foundation agents.
Mm. Jet will take it out of Liza's hands and pick it up.
Alright. You grab the old bricky phone. Really, it's
Well,
the height
it's
of
new,
it's new.
technically.
It's the height of technology. Uh, the cell phone. Um, as you pick it up, you have to sort of unfold it. It's got those plastic coverings covering all the buttons and uh, the the microphone and speaker. And you press the button, which gives off a loud "deet" as you pick up the phone, uh, inadvertently putting it on speaker. Hello? Identify yourselves.
This is Jet.
Are you the stand users that made contact with my agents earlier?
Hi. First, who are you? Do
The
I
name is.
recognize this voice?
You do not know. The name is Rebecca Elizabeth Owens. I am the lead of the
Are
paranormal
you the owner
research.
of that dog?
No, I'm afraid that Iggy has no owner. He does, however, fall under my authority. I am the lead of the Speedwagon Paranormal Research Division.
Do you think stands are ghosts?
N- no, but they are a manifestation of spiritual energy.
Paranormal doesn't just mean ghost chat.
Quite correct. We study all things. Stan simply happens to be one of them. Currently, we're quite interested in that sample of right fix you have in your possession. I was informed that you wish to come to some arrangement. I have the authority to make bargains and deals at the behest of the Speedwagon Foundation.
Jet will cover up the microphone with his
Okay.
hand.
Yep.
And I'll say to Eric, what exactly did we want again?
We wanted
I know it's
all
been a
of the
while.
all of the information regarding right fix.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so he'll uncover his hand and say, well, I guess what we want is just all the information you have on who it's from, where it comes from, why it
That can
affects people a certain way.
that can be arranged.
We've also got this stand that's been after us that doesn't seem to have an owner.
And ownerless stand.
It seems quite keen on getting what belongs to it back.
I find that difficult to believe. All stands have a user.
Listen, lady, I'm just telling you what I know.
And I'm informing you what we know. We've done considerable research into stands as well as their manifestations and origins. Well, as much research as we can. Stands have to have a user. Think of them more of a representation of an individual. There's no way for there to be a
Maybe it
stand
wasn't a
without a
stand
user.
then. Maybe it was just a monster that, you take its blood or you take something from it, it can give other people stands.
A
I don't know how it
monster.
works. Listen, you're the one that studies paranormal
Yes, I deal with the paranormal
occurrences.
research division, not the children's nightmares research division. You hear a sigh over the cell phone. Listen, this would probably be easier face to face. Do you mind if I visit?
I don't bring the dog.
Don't bring Iggy. Well, that can be arranged. I'll see you soon. I'm landing now. Cell phone hangs up, and once the sort of like background noise of the cell phone fades away, you realize that you're hearing the sound of what sounds like almost like an engine or a motor outside of the safe house. A solid.
Is that a train?
We try and tell what that sound is.
Yeah, you could roll me a brains check to identify it.
Sure, Jocelyn, the brains of the group, will attempt to identify this.
Well, here I'm back,
5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Go ahead, Maya.
but I'm back, but I'll have to go again in like 40 minutes.
Yeah. No. Don't worry. Take your time.
Well, I mean,
all-
I'm here. I can play for
Okay.
a bit, but then I gotta
Sounds
go
good.
for dinner. So
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. A 5. You recognize it as some kind of vehicle.
what about Liza?
With a 10, you recognize it as a a helicopter of some kind, though an extraordinarily small one, not some standard civilian fare. No, this is top of the line tech, something that you'd expect like a government special forces to use, not a corporation.
So it sounds like a small helicopter, but that people could ride in.
Yes.
Okay. Liza will draw her pistol and she'll say, "There is a helicopter outside. We may have a assault team on the way. Prepare yourselves."
I think it's just gonna be that lady.
She's gonna kind of like lean up against the wall and look at the door.
I think that's our speedwalking contact.
Jocelyn prepares a bicycle.
But how did they know where? Did you give them our location?
No.
Damn. The phone must have a bug in it.
Well, no use drawing it out. I might as well walk out and meet them.
The sound outside dies down as it sort of slows, coming to a halt. Then there's a rapping on the door to your safe house. Ting, ting, ting.
Be on your guard, everybody. Eric will walk up to the door and open it up slowly.
Yep. You open up the door slowly. As it's opened, like, sort of like, as soon as it's unlocked and opened a little bit, a hand grasps the door on the other side and opens it all the way as 3 figures come marching down the steps. 2 you recognize, it's the 2 Speedwagon agents. They seem to be escorting a woman in a suit with vibrant green hair and a very sort of serious business-like demeanor.
Oh, you're certainly punctual.
Yes, well, punctuality is a key trait for members of the Speedwagon Foundation.
Rebecca, was it?
Yes, Rebecca. You're. She glances him up and down, and then, like, you can see her reach underneath her jacket and come out with what appears to be like a dossier of files. She flips through them. Eric Aston.
That's correct. How tip is that?
A pleasure. We've been kept appraised of your actions. And you must be Jocelyn. She glances to you, Jocelyn.
What gave it away?
You are quite famous. Your reputation as an athlete precedes you. That
She kind of scratches the the back of her head, like in a very coy manner.
that just leaves you two. Well, that narrows it down fairly easily. Jet and Lysanikov. Is that correct?
It would seem that either your intelligence network is better than this country's government, or you have contacts within ours.
Well, you would be correct on both accounts. The Speedwagon Foundation transcends borders. Now, let's settle this. You wanted to discuss Right Fix. May I see the sample?
Who has it, Liza?
I believe you guys have that stored somewhere in the safe house.
Yeah, Liza will go get it.
It's I believe it's still in that sort of plastic like heavy suitcase, briefcase. As you fetch it, her eyes sort of like linger on the box, and she holds out a hand. May I inspect it?
Liza will hand it over.
Right. She cracks it open, and one of the agents hands her some sort of device. It looks almost like a
I'll be right
Geiger
back.
counter of
Sorry.
some. Oh no, good. No that. No problem. You're all good. Almost looks like a Geiger counter of some kind, which she waves over the box as she observes the readings coming off the device. Well, this certainly does seem to be right fix. She snaps the box shut and sort of grabs it, tucking it under one arm. We'll take this back to a laboratory for further analysis. As for our end of the bargain, you wanted information, yes?
And to be kept apprised, as it seems that our goals are aligned. Perhaps we could go with you and see what you can uncover.
I'm afraid that the Speedwagon Foundation's laboratories are top secret. She like gives you a solid up and down glance. Especially to other agents from various other organizations. She then shifts her gaze to Jet. Regardless, we are willing to keep you apprised and remain in connection. We are, unfortunately, understaffed in this region. A lot of our assets have currently been redeployed to Egypt. There's an ongoing scenario there.
I was about to say, despite being a worldwide organization, STEM users are hard to come by. I'm sure you could always use more help.
Indeed, we've actually lost the access to Agent 80. he has been redeployed elsewhere as talents are needed. As such, I find myself with a sudden, disturbing lack of stand power in this city. Perhaps a situation of you scratch my back, I scratch yours would be in order. You want information on Right Fix as well as resources that the Speedwagon Foundation can provide you. Resources that you assuredly cannot afford on your own, nor have any method of acquiring this, shall we say, isolated as you are. She shifts her gaze to Liza, giving her a piercing glare. Additionally, I assure you that the resources that the Speedwagon Foundation has are superior.
Very well. I'm open to a temporary joining of forces.
As long as it gets us out of this mess, I'm happy to do it.
Good.
Like they say, it's always better to face your problems than avoid them.
Indeed. Now, you wanted to discuss the natures of stamps. I am, after all, the head of the Speedwagon Paranormal Research Department. Any questions you have, I'm the most suited to answer them. She reaches up with a finger and pushes up her glasses up her nose. What shall we start with?
Well, from what I overheard from your conversation, you seem to doubt our encounter with a sapient stand that seems to be disconnected from any user.
Correct. It's unlikely, no, I would say downright impossible, for a stand to originate without a user.
Originate, da. But what about the remain?
While potentially possible, it's still extraordinarily unlikely.
And what if perhaps either two scenarios occurred to me that it could be possible? Either one, the stand grows so powerful that it overwhelms the spirit of the user that created it, perhaps the two becoming one. Or two, the user dies, but the soul does not move on.
So, you say that as if it's a distinct and independent entity from a stand.
Well, we don't know exactly what
He
it
claimed
is.
to be.
All I know is it was some weird shit that I don't want to have to deal with if I don't have to.
And we
Well,
certainly couldn't identify the user.
perhaps it is a long-range stand. The user might have been a fair distance
Oh,
away.
wait a minute, didn't Eric... I could have sworn Eric found out that it wasn't... Oh no, Eric found out it wasn't a user, right? Or... I remember doing a check to analyze it when we were
Correct.
fighting
You know that it wasn't a person. The stand was purely a stand.
Yeah,
From how
so-
strong that stand was, and we didn't find any user nearby, I don't think it was a long-range stand.
True. It must have been, if it overpowered you as you claim it did, then it surely must have been a user close by.
And we also know that it is unquestionably directly connected to Redfix, as it was able to manipulate the particles with its will.
The particles of
within-
right fix, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, I will answer your question there. We have had our suspicions as to right fix, and as far as we can ascertain, right fix is, in and of itself, primarily, well, inert. The only active ingredient within right fix is a certain metallic compound. You claimed earlier that this stand manipulated metal.
Yes.
What makes you so certain, then, that it was a part of... Well, Brightfix was a part of the stand. It wasn't simply manipulating the mineral.
We don't know, but it didn't seem to be lying when I looked more into it.
She
It seemed
frowns.
fully.
It spoke.
Yes.
Duh, you have to understand that while perhaps my government may not be as powerful in the methods of the paranormal as your Speedwagon Foundation, my primary job is paranormal investigations of this nature. And when I say that we encountered a sapient stand-like entity, we are not exaggerating. Now, I do know that some users are capable of having their stand make independent speech,
Correct.
but
Speaking through the
I
stand.
but I do not see from the psychological profile we encountered and the way it was acting, both irrationally and almost in a desperate fashion. I do not think that it was user guided.
Interesting. Perhaps... Perhaps the user lacks a sense of identity that allows the stand to formulate its own.
It could be possible that its user is in a coma. That is a possibility.
We'll begin
Maybe
research.
maybe why don't you check the local hospital, see if there is any
Yes.
long-term coma patients.
That is a good suggestion. In fact, we'll begin the search now. She glances to one of the agents who nods, and he sort of jogs up the stairs as he fetches a cell phone out of his jumpsuit.
Because either, as I said, it is either a soul that has not moved on, or if I were in a coma and my stand was capable of a humanoid form, I would take on its appearance and avatar and act through it, therefore merely discarding the physical body's shell and inhabiting the stand itself.
Yes. No, I agree. That is a unique and novel perspective. And
The other thing we know for sure is that it seems to be single-mindedly going after any traces of right fix and claiming it.
interesting. You claim that it's been purely after right fix, correct?
Yes, even going so far as to extract it from the bodies of those who have taken it.
Not only that, but it can sense right fix in a person. That is what led us to conclude that there is a deep connection. It was only interested in the members of our group that have acquired their stands via right fix, as I have not. It had no interest in me until I attempted to get it in its way and stop its goals.
That single-mindedness does seem to indicate that it is autonomous, as well as lacking any sort of identity that is influenced by a user. You claim that it was only after you two, and then it seemed to be able to, detect the presence of right fix within you. Do you mind if we take a sample? Jocelyn?
Blood?
Jet?
They're like giving blood, but if it's gonna help, sure.
Do I even have blood?
I believe so. Yes.
You have
Yes.
little, you have little papers folded into blood.
No, because Jolene still has blood as well, right? So
Yeah, that's true.
the agent steps forward, and you can see him sort of unpacking a sampling kit as he holds out a
bleeds
needle
out.
to you. Yeah. This will just hurt for a moment. Just a quick prick.
Just get it over with. Quick prick.
He
Ha
keeps a
ha.
straight face as he takes a sample of your blood and then moves over to Jet. Rebecca watches you both at the during the entire period. Well, those were your questions about our mutual enemy. Do you have any other questions about Right Fix?
Considering you found this place so quickly, this is a sort of a side topic. I assume this warehouse is already compromised.
Yes. We
Let me
tried.
guess. Let me guess. The cell phone.
Well, yes, but also we traced the call from the landline to Giorgio's house.
Great. Do you have a place we can crash?
She frowns. Not one on short notice, but give me a day and I can have one cleared out and secured for you.
We do need to change our location often, lest that stand approaches us in the night.
We were to spend the night then.
She glances around the dingy safe house.
You know, I'm thinking for all the trouble we've been through getting this piece of valuable merchandise and all the stresses we've had to endure by loads of folks coming after us, I think the Speedwagon Foundation, with your fancy get up and gear, could probably afford a nice penthouse suite and a nice hotel somewhere.
While we certainly could do that, I would like to point out that the Speedwagon Foundation is a rather known entity, one that is observed by the movers and shakers of Miami. Us, while renting you a penthouse, well, we might as well be painting a target for any organized groups within the city. Honestly, you might be safest here. The only people that knew of your connection with Giorgio, well, that's the stand and us.
Anything to save a few bucks.
She raises an eyebrow. If it's money you need, the Speedwagon Foundation can provide unmarked cash.
No, no, I just want a nice place to stay is all.
She glances around. Why not capitalize on your fame?
What do you mean by that?
You're a famous BMX biker, are you not? You were here for a tournament.
Yeah, but if I capitalize, then I suppose aren't we meant to be hidden?
Who knows you're a stand user?
Has Jocelyn ever been on an ad before?
On an ad, yeah.
Yeah.
She has posters around. There's like posters that go around.
Like BMX cereal?
Yeah, like cereal.
BM
That's totally a thing that would be in the 80s.
Jojo, yeah. What? Wait, what? Who said that?
That was painful, but so good.
Alright.
Jorios.
It is true we haven't been had the chance to be out in public very much since all this started.
No offense, but while the Speedwagon Foundation is already known for its interactions and study of esoterica, you're just a BMX biker. If you are attacked out in the open, we'll know which organizations have knowledge of your identities, as well as your capabilities, and which have a vested interest in stopping the investigation behind Right Fix.
And what about, let's say, your goons? Are they going to be nearby just in case we get attacked?
I'm afraid that ordinary individuals do not stand a chance against stand users. Surely you must be aware of that with your own confrontations with the seedy underbelly of Miami.
I don't know. Some guy shooting bullets at us really does hurt.
Yes, it hurts. My understanding, however, that a normal individual when shot tends to die.
I have a request.
We'll do our best to fulfill it.
Do you possess technology that allows one to send images over long distances?
She gives you a look, like a fax machine.
I was thinking that if we encounter that entity again, I could take pictures of you and send them, or pictures of it for you and send them to you. I suppose a regular camera will do as well, but is this out of character? Is this the time where like the cameras are like big and clunky?
No, disposable cameras existed, like
Yeah,
small
there'd
ones,
be
the ones that
little ones, but
the
you'd
little
have to
ones
get
that you
the
had to like
film
wind.
developed.
Yeah, you had to like, like scroll the little plastic wheel and then
The little,
Yeah.
the Kodak ones, yeah.
Yeah,
So this
exactly.
was this. Wait, was this before your time, Doge? You never
Yeah,
got one.
the-
I wasn't
the-
around in the 80s.
Oh, well, no, but they still existed in like the 90s, early
Yeah,
2000s.
I remember seeing them, yeah, in the 90s.
I mean,
but I just-
Polaroid is still a thing
10
as well.
years. 10
so-
years is a long time for technology.
It is. It's a huge amount of time.
I don't believe
I suppose what I'm
digital
asking
was
for
the
is
thing, though.
an easy way to send you things on the fly.
She gestures to the cell phone. Money is no object. Simply take the picture and inform us you have a information pickup. We'll send an agent to pick it up.
I suppose. Very well. That's all I wanted to ask. As for overstaying, I have no qualms. I've come to realize that no matter where you are, if you're a stand user, trouble will find you.
She snorts. Yes, we're quite aware of that. It seems, almost preternatural.
I don't believe in destiny, but there's definitely something more at work there.
I assure you, fate is quite tangible. Now, unless there's any other questions,
What can we do to get started? I don't like sitting idle.
she frowns. Actually, I have just the thing. I have a surveillance group observing what we believe to be the site of a dealer that is in possession of right fix. Any more samples couldn't hurt, and, well, taking it off the street will either limit the amount of right fix in the hands of dangerous groups like the Yakuza, or it'll spur our supplier into more action. Either one is net benefit for us.
Do you have anything I could use to get a sample off of that living stand we encountered?
A sample off the stand?
Yes. It seemed to be mostly comprised of metallic particles.
Normally a stand can only harm another stand, but if it's comprised of actual particles, I suppose she holds out a hand and the agent reaches into his jumpsuit and hands over what appears to be a sampling kit. Here. It's sterile and should be able to gather a sample. The tools are, well, diamond edged, so they should be able to cut anything, provided enough force is applied.
I was just thinking if we're going after more doses of right fix, there's a good chance we'll encounter that entity again.
If you do, a sample would be illuminating. Now,
Let's throw that away.
oh, one last thing. She reaches into her suit and lays down 3 other cell phones. In case your group ever should be separated, we'll be able to contact each and all of you. And yes, these are set with trackers, but I assure you, it's for your own safety.
Liza will begrudgingly take one and put it in her backpack.
Surprised you haven't asked to send a contract or anything yet.
A contract?
Who would
Whatever.
enforce it?
You don't understand. I represent the Speedwagon Paranormal Research Division. We don't exist.
One of those fancy groups. Got it. We didn't see you. We
Ah.
didn't hear you. She waves her hand in the
Would
air.
you be related to the fabled SCP Foundation?
That is simply fiction and conspiracy, I assure you. It does not exist.
I had to ask.
Now, it has been a pleasure, but I must be on my way. She hefts the crate with the sample in it. This won't analyze itself. We should have information about it within a few hours for you once I arrive at the laboratory. I'll make this my top priority.
Be on your guard. Like we said, that stand can track right fix.
My hope is that, as a mundane individual, it has very little interest in myself. She,
Yeah, but if you're holding on to it, then well, might be the worst place you can be next to.
Don't worry. Worst comes to worst, I can defend myself. As she reaches and from inside of her jacket, like fetches out what appears to be a bowler hat, which she snaps and it unfolds outwards. She settles it on her head. Now, I must get going. As she marches out, the agent following her.
Safe journey.
Outside, you can
Yeah.
hear the chup 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 of the helicopter starting up. The howl of the motor as it lifts into the air and then begins to fade away as it heads off into the distance.
Well, that went about as I expected.
I wonder who she will have us investigate.
No doubt it won't be an easy job. So make sure you're prepared, everybody.
Out of character, when did she say she would contact us about
Yeah.
this new job?
Oh no, she left you the information about
Oh, where to go? Okay.
Yeah. So there's a Speedwagon surveillance group observing what they believe to be like a low-level, unaffiliated dealer with access to right fix. So raiding them for additional samples is on the table. Alternatively, if you want to lay low, you could simply wait a few hours until she gets back in contact with you in regards to the results of the right fix.
I'll have to agree with Liza here. Sitting around isn't really my thing.
Nor is it mine.
Are you all up for another outing?
Let's get it going quickly. I don't like the idea of this stand out there looking for us.
What about you two? Oh, is Max still okay?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Do you
What
want to
was
head
your-
out and go after the doses, or do you want to stay?
Probably track him down, I think.
And you, Jocelyn? You're the one that's probably the most stressed out about all this. But as far as I understand, you're also someone of action.
I'm not going to back down from a fight, and I'm not one to shy away if danger shows itself, that's for sure. So, whatever happens, I'm in.
And don't worry. I'll do my best to keep you all safe.
What about yourself? You gotta keep yourself safe as well, right? And say some shit like that. Yeah. I don't want you dying on me.
I'm a smart guy. I can find my way out of bad situations. Tips his hat.
As Eric death flags himself.
Yeah.
I'll just pull a what's his name? The guy who pretended to be his brother, or
To pull an Abdol, is that what you're saying?
yeah. I'll pull that. I'll do that.
Hamid Abdul.
I'll pretend to die.
Jumps into a box.
All right. Where are we heading, Liza?
She'll look at the information.
Yep. It appears to be an old, now defunct, like auto maintenance shop, in the poor district of the city.
What kind of shop?
An auto maintenance shop.
Oh, okay.
All right, I guess we should see what we can find.
All right. Be right back.
Was that a be right back in character or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay. Maya, do you have to go soon as well, or
I do. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
is this like a for the rest of the evening kind of, or
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Nope,
have dinner
it's-
plans.
oh, all good, all good. You go ahead and enjoy your dinner.
I will. Again, I'm
Don't
really sorry.
don't worry, it's all good. For everyone else, we're going to keep going, mostly because this is side content that isn't necessarily super story important. So Liza will hold down the fort, ideally.
Yeah, and she'll
Okay.
coordinate
Perfect.
this operation. Perhaps maybe keeping eyes somewhere in the distance, or
Mhm.
Oh wait, and we have cell phones too, so you can,
You do
Yeah.
you
you
do
can
have
call
cell
us and tell us some shit.
phones. That is correct.
basically while they're doing this operation, she'll make sure they don't get ambushed by reinforcements or something.
Sounds good.
All right, have a good night, everybody. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
No,
See you,
no,
Maya.
it's okay.
See you, Maya.
Bye.
Enjoy
Have
your
fun.
dinner. Oh, all right, there we go. The rest of you are heading into this not great section of the city. Jet,
Yes.
you would know that the area that you're heading to is how do we call it? Yakuza territory.
Okay. So I
you
would know kind of which, like, stores or whatever are would have people in them, or like outposts or whatever. Or what stores are used as outposts?
Yes. You would know. Well, how long has it been since you left the Yakuza? It's been
Well, ever since I got my right fix.
Gotcha. Um.
Which probably would have been near the beginning.
hmm Yeah, I would say that you would know that this is this being a place that uh, is in Yakuza territory. It is unlikely to have been left undisturbed or air quotes neutral for so long. Um, so it is strange that there has been a unaffiliated dealer here uh, long enough to establish a reputation to be contacted to distribute right fix. Alright. I'll copy and paste you all over. Alright. Additionally, let's see, double check something. We, there we go. Let's see. It seems that I have to update those tokens for some reason. Okay. You should all be able to see. Is that correct?
We're not on the new map.
Oh, whoops. I'm stupid. Oh, I need to drag the observer out as well. There we go.
Yeah, I can see.
All right. You should also be able to see a little door icon. Is that
Oh, that's new.
all right? Roll20 has recently come out with some fancy little, well, let's call them like window and door, like transparency
doors.
options. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
this
is-
one you should be able to see is locked currently.
Yeah, I've always had trouble seeing where doors are, so this is nice.
So now you guys will be able to see where doors are, and you'll be able to interact with them.
Is this the place?
Yes, it is. It appears to be an abandoned auto shop. The sign has been absconded with. All that's left is like sort of slightly less faded area where you can see that a sign once hung above the garage entrance.
Any windows?
Not on this side of the building. It does not seem that there are windows here.
Let's see. And we know there was supposed to be a deal going on around here, right?
You know that this whoever owns this like distribution point, this front, is someone who has been in contact with the distributor for Right Fix, and the Speedwagon Foundation surveillance team has observed them like getting a shipment of Right Fix.
In this building specifically?
Yes, in this building specifically.
Have I been here before?
You have not, but you do know that this is in Yakuza territory, and there shouldn't be any independent dealers here.
Okay. Are there any windows?
No, not you. So there is a Windows like button, so you should be able to see where windows are. So in this case, there are none within sight.
Okay. But what about on the roof?
Oh,
there any, like,
like a
access in the roof?
skylight?
Yeah.
No, this is a poor section.
What about
So-
vents?
I'm sorry, what? Vents?
Vent, VENT.
What? No, this is not. There's no. There's like. Yeah, okay. There. Oh, good point. Yes. There would be air conditioning units. Yes.
All
I'm
right.
gonna take a look around the perimeter, see if there's any windows.
Alright.
Is that a window? This thing?
That is another door.
Got to complain to the city that this place doesn't have any ventilation.
No, there is vents. I said that. There is vents. There's an air conditioning, like almost industrial air conditioning mounted onto the rooftop. So you definitely could paper in if that's what your plan is. I'm assuming.
What's is this neon light?
Oh, that is a neon light. Yes. Ah! Oh no. There we go.
No, it doesn't look like there's any windows on any other side of the building.
Okay. Do you guys want me to send a paper through the air conditioner?
Yeah, you can slip in.
Jet will make a paper jet and have it glide to the roof.
Like a slip of paper.
I'll make it look like. Okay, it'll fly up as like a jet, and then it will unfold itself into like what it looks like a stray newspaper
Okay.
clipping.
Alright, go ahead and split off a swarm. And I will place you
I don't.
inside.
I don't. You never did save my paper thing, so I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
make another
god.
jet.
Yep, just make another jet, that works. Just put a thing on it so you indicate which ones are swarms and which ones are not.
Um.
There we go. Here we go. So you slip inside. You find yourself in the interior of. Oh, actually, let me double check to make sure you can see. Yes. You find yourself. Let me move the this thing in there. You find yourself in the interior of the auto shop. This was once the location where actual maintenance would have been done, and work would have occurred. However, now it's been slowly converted into almost like a warehouse of sorts, though the place has been trashed. More concerningly, you see bloodstains across the ground, scattered around the maintenance area. And behind you, the garage door has been pulled down and shut, barred from the inside. It
So
doesn't
this
look
was a
like it's...
gate.
Pardon?
This was a gate.
There's a gate right here. Do you see this one?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're assuming that this was like the whole building.
Yeah. Well, no. It's not a fence. No, it's like a building with a big garage. Is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Like, this is a very large garage, something that you could like drive multiple cars into, and like
Yeah, it's a car shop.
it's a car shop.
Okay.
I have to explain it because all of you don't actually own cars. All right, so yeah, the behind you the garage door has been pulled down and barred. It's not locked, but it is prevented from opening on the it is prevented from being opened on the inside. The door up here, however, you can see is locked.
This one has like a giant bar on it.
It's not a giant bar, but it's something that you sort of like rotate down and it stops it from opening up again.
But like if you flipped it back up, you could get
Yep.
in, or is it
Yep,
just like
correct.
that door's in it? Okay.
No, yep, if you flipped it back up, you could get back in. It's
Okay.
just, you
I
can
have
only flip it
my-
up from the inside. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This door over here. Can I turn my paper into a like a hand to open up the latch? Like right here.
I would say no because it's like key locked. But you could do it to the garage door. Like this is
This
just
one
a
down here?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, the one down there. That's just a lift up and lift down thing. So you could definitely do it on that one.
Okay. What are the guys doing in the inside? Just chilling?
No, the only one that you could see, he seems to be like rifling through a computer. You see him sort of hunched over in front of the desk, and he's sort of like clicking through it.
Any music playing?
There's no music playing.
Hacker music.
No, he's sort of like the room looks trashed through the window, as if somebody had like turned it upside down almost to search it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll try to open up the store then.
Okay. So
I'll just make I'll make a hand.
Alright. I have changed it so it's no longer locked. You should be able to open it on your side now.
Alright. Here, go pull it up. Assuming it's
So-
not too heavy.
Yep. You can lift it. Hey, it worked! Yay! Round of applause for Roll20 mechanics
Yeah,
actually
roll
working.
20's catch you up to Foundry. Let's
We
go.
have to.
The hand will make like a even though it doesn't have lips behind it, it will do like a shush.
Like you put it like against Eric's lips.
Yeah.
He'll just nod. Can we? You can like text each other now because we have cell phones, right?
I don't know if texting has been in the 80s. There's no like
No.
display. It's yeah, there's no display, so there's nothing to read on the phones.
Okay.
Stop being a Zoomer Doge.
We have
It's
to
not
get
my fault.
pagers.
It's not my fault. It's just all this is from an ancient age where I didn't exist.
So are you guys attempting to stealth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jocelyn is
I-
attempting to slowly wheel in on the bike stealthily.
Okay. I would like I think body makes the most sense. Bronze, sorry. Makes the most sense here. Give me
Bronze?
some bronze checks, everyone.
Isn't it bravery because we're brave to be stealthy?
No, bravery is more like personality.
I think we should use the rules where we say how we're doing it and then you decide.
Oh, that's a good point. How are you stealthing? You know what? That's a good point.
All right.
I would say that. What Jocelyn is attempting to do, riding her bike, is that she's going at a slowish pace, which is an odd thing for her. But
Mhm.
she's trying to control the momentum so much that it makes the bike almost feel lighter by redirecting it slightly away. So she's treading lightly, quite precisely to avoid things on the ground.
Okay.
She's using her stand essentially.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Eric.
Give me a. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
go-
Go ahead,
sorry.
Eric.
No. Should I
Okay.
do the roll first?
Yeah. Jocelyn, go ahead and give me a precision roll with your stand.
Okie dokie.
All right. 7 is good. All right, Eric, how are you stealth?
Eric's gonna try to pull out some footstep dampening slippers from his pocket.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Precision, right?
Or
Or
yeah,
type of
roll me.
difficulty. I don't know.
I think you're trying to get a specific item, so like either it dampens it or it doesn't. So, because yeah, I'll say precision. Go ahead and roll me precision.
Yeah, it is rather specific.
Mhm.
7.
Yep. Okay. 7 is good. And Jet, how are you, stealthing?
Hmm. Oh, this is gonna be a good meme. Okay, so you know in like cartoons when it's like a 2D shape and then they turn sideways and they're basically invisible because they're so thin?
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
So he'll flatten himself to like a 2D shape,
Mhm.
and then he'll stealth sideways so that he's paper thin.
Um. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me, I guess. Well, man, what we. It's kind of dumb to like do precision for everything, but this does sound like it would also be
To be
precision.
precision,
Yeah.
yeah.
So go ahead and roll the precision, I guess. Um. 10 is good. Yeah, you all three of you managed to sneak into uh the main area undetected, or at least unnoticed by the person who was engrossed with searching through the computer.
All right. I guess
Excuse me.
Eric will like gesture to like head towards there and see if we can see what he's doing.
Okay. Are you just all trying? So there is a window that sort of looks into the auto shop area. You can open and close it. Um, but it's not a door, so slipping through it would be like you'd have to actually like get in.
Crack it open.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, mind you, Jet is in a unique position where he could definitely fit in, um, because of his Stan's ability.
We'll just crouch beneath the window and take a look, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you take a look. The man seems to be feverishly searching through the like computer's inbox, like emails, etc. So uh, he is like looking through them, searching them. He seems to like download files and then send them off to somewhere else. Rinse and repeat kind of deal.
Is there a relation between the stuff he's keeping?
Um, it's kind of hard to see precisely what he's doing.
Pull out some binoculars.
Roll roll me precision.
9.
Yeah, you pull out a set of like uh, binoculars. They're high quality, sort of spotter scopes almost. As you
Good for one look.
Yeah. Um, it seems to be collecting or collating. He seems to be collating a list of any communications between the owner of the computer as well as what appear to be clients. All of them seem to be mentioning purchasing things or selling. You presume that a lot of the slang being used refers to the drugs that this dealer would have provided.
Okay. Eric, we'll go back. That guy is recording, taking all is making copies of all the records of any drug deals that were made. Do you think he's looking for records as well?
What to say?
Maybe we should just question him himself.
Way to beat him up.
He doesn't seem like a Stan user.
Doesn't answer the question.
I imagine Jet could slip in, or actually, you both could slip in because you can walk through walls, can't you? And just
I can ride through walls briefly with my bike, but I suppose it might be better for slipping into places. He folds himself as thin as a sheet.
you know like chokeholds and stuff, right, Jet?
Yeah, Jet, you know, like chokeholds and stuff, right?
He'll turn sideways so everybody can see you, and then he'll give a thumbs up.
See if you can grab that guy. Lock him up.
Am I thin enough to like go underneath the door,
Um,
or
it's a
like?
window, first of all, but yeah, you could
Oh,
like you could open the window and slip through. Like I said, it is a window, so like a normal human-sized individual could not fit through, but because of your unique nature, you could definitely just pass through the window with no issues whatsoever.
okay. Yeah, he'll slide underneath this crack in the window,
Okay. By the way,
and
have
then
you recovered your swarm, your
no, I'll
colony,
leave
or
it
no?
outside.
Okay, you're leaving it outside. Got it. All right. Yep.
It's literally just an airplane right now. So
Can you pass through the window out of curiosity or no? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, you slip into the window like sort of sheet by sheet almost, sort of squeezing through as like a stream of paper that reforms on the other side. Uh, the Yakuza member is still engrossed in his work, scanning like each email and compiling the lists.
this door over here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a visible lock on this side?
There is in fact a lock. It appears to be unlocked. The door is not locked.
Okay. I'm gonna split off into another
Colony.
colony, and this one's gonna turn itself into a tiny hand
Mm-hmm.
and just lock this door.
Okay, let me set it to locked. It is set to locked.
I'll just put one over here. This will be colony number 2.
Okay.
One's outside, two's inside.
Mhm.
So for my chokehold, he's gonna do the flat jet again,
Mhm.
and but he's gonna like wrap his body around this guy,
All
and
right.
like some of his papers will like go for like any weapons he might have on him. Some will
Yeah.
like wrap around his neck.
Roll me a.
Can I do durability?
I'm gonna say that this is probably more of a power roll.
Sure.
He does have the opportunity of potentially beating that. He does not. Alright. You grapple the Yakuza member, yanking him away from the computer as papers stream around him, binding him, covering his mouth to prevent any noise, as well as disarming him. Like a pair of nunchucks fall out of his waistband. What appears to be like a knife gets plucked from his jacket.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to just hold him until he like passes out. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
want to
you're
kill
choking
him.
him out? Got it. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knock him out. It takes a few minutes, he's struggling against it, but you are much stronger than he is. And he is out like a light.
Okay. Is there a way to open this window more so that my friends can get through it?
I would say it would make noise to like, you have to like pop it out of the frame essentially.
I do that with many hands.
Mini hands?
Many. Like I make a few hands to help. Like some hold the bottom, some hold the sides, while I like unlatch it.
I think the opening is just not big enough. I don't know.
Yeah, like you would have to remove the window from the frame.
Jack, can you see where that door goes? I'm sure we can like whisper that through the window.
Yeah, you guys can whisper through the window. It is open at this point, so, or I guess Jet closed it 1 second.
I didn't close it. I don't
Okay.
think. Maybe I did. I don't know. I clicked on it.
Yeah, it was already
It's
open.
Okay. I guess this colony will fold itself into a newspaper clipping and slip under the door to see what's behind there.
Okay.
After, I guess I would have to. No, I'm not gonna unlock it. I'm just gonna slip through the crack.
All right. I'm just gonna push you on the other side then, because I don't think you'll be able to pass through without it.
I can't see anything.
Yep, the hallway is dark. There is no light whatsoever.
Okay. In which case, Jet will slip his lighter under the door.
His lighter?
Yeah.
Hold up, I just want to clarify here. You, an individual made entirely of paper, regularly...
How do you think I set myself on fire before?
Fair
Remember when
enough.
we were fighting the ice
Listen,
stand and I set
smoking's-
myself on fire?
Fair.
Smoking's bad for you, and people still do it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You slip the lighter under the floor. I'm gonna give you emitting low light for 5 meters. There you go.
Okay.
You should be able to see a little
So-
bit. Is that correct?
Yeah, the paper will turn into a small hand, which will flick the lighter, and it will kind of like glide along the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost hand.
It's gonna examine this way first, I guess.
As you head this way, you can hear the faint sounds of voices discussing in Japanese. They seem to be discussing, well, a soap opera of some kind or some show.
Jet's not gonna listen in case it's spoilers for his favorite show.
Okay.
It'll glide this way.
Mhm.
I guess as this is happening, Jet will communicate that there are at least 2 individuals on this side.
Mhm.
And then the hand will glide this way.
Gotcha.
Is this door locked?
There's another door. It is not locked.
Can I hear anything?
You are a hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean?
No, you cannot hear anything.
Okay. I'll set the lighter down here.
Mhm.
Still lit.
Still lit.
This door's unlocked?
Yep.
Okay, I'll open, or I guess, yeah, I'll open this door.
You open that
Oh,
door.
I can click it myself. That's
Yeah,
big.
yeah. If the
Okay.
door is not
And
locked,
then-
you can click it yourself.
And then this door, is it locked? Oh, this
That's
is a
not a
window.
door. That's a window.
Okay,
Should-
well, he'll open the window
All right. You open the
in
window.
case there was a lock on it.
There was not.
And we'll go this way.
Mm-hmm. You arrive
This
at the
is-
end of a corridor. This appears to be another door.
Arcane eye for free.
In
Well,
here, this appears to be. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said
D&D
for free.
D&D chat.
In here, this appears to be a bathroom of some kind. A pile of bodies has been laid out onto the tile flooring here. Blood sort of seeping into the shower section.
Oh. Other Yakuza members or like
They look like
normal
sort
people?
of hoodlums, like normal, like not necessarily like civilians, but like gangsters,
Like troublemakers?
troublemakers. Yeah.
Does it look like they have been like? How have they been killed? Like normal stab wounds?
Stab wounds.
Like
Yep, stab wounds.
okay. Like, is it common between all of them, or are they all kind of died in different ways?
They all were stabbed. Like one person looks like his throat was cut. The others were like shanked, shivved.
Okay.
It looks
I don't
like
think I'm smart enough to be able to tell like when they died, so I'm gonna leave that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back over here because I want other people to join me doing stuff since I know at least this area is safe. I don't know where the door is though. That's the problem.
Did you find anything that connects to this main room here?
Over here is a bedroom, and beside the bedroom is like a bathroom that has a bunch of bodies in it. Over here is a
Okay.
corridor.
Eric will pull out his flashlight so you can see.
Okay. Is this an actual flashlight or one that you stand it in?
It's an actual flashlight. I'll have to do the... I don't know if you want to do the color
Yeah.
vision.
Yep, I am doing that right now. You have light. It should be working.
I think the problem is we can't see whatever this is.
How
What
do I
is-
just rotate my...
Oh, there we go. Oh, the door is right there. I did not see it because we
No.
couldn't see where.
Okay.
No, there's something with the dynamic lighting.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I could not see. There was like a triangle right here that was just.
Yeah,
Ah,
it was triangular before.
You should be able to
Okay.
see now, though. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say like directly behind this door. There's some dudes.
hmm
Alright, and this window is also too small, right?
Yes, but again, you could just sort of like remove the window and go through.
Alright.
Well, there is nobody on that side, so they might not be able to hear it. Oh, what if Eric got like a not a wrench, like a screwdriver from his
There's
box?
probably
Would that
a
help?
screwdriver somewhere in this room, to be honest.
This is an auto repair shop. Yes, there are auto repair tools. Screwdrivers would be among them.
Yeah, I'll use those and we'll undo this window.
Okay. You should be able to slip through it. I have
And
changed it
Jocelyn
to.
should be able to go through this door while being safe because there's nobody
Mhm.
here. Alright, phase through the wall.
Now this is the private investigator stuff I signed up for.
Which wall? Sorry, did you ping?
This one is safe. Right here is safe. And then up here is safe where the hallway is.
Okay, she's gonna get her driving start. She's gonna spring into the air and phase through the momentum.
Can you unlock the door?
Yeah, she'll phase through this door. That's okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's-
Unlock the door.
Hello.
Oh, you're sideways.
Yeah, because my flashlight works in the cone.
Wait, it should not be a cone. I thought I set it to.
Oh, you set it to 360? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Because I didn't want you to have to deal with tonal.
Sorry, because they're spinning around.
The hand is gonna hand off the lighter to somebody.
Okay. Zahando.
Ando.
Let's close the door just in case. Alright, let's take a look at these files this guy was messing with.
Call anyone's gonna stay outside still, just to keep watch. Jet will stay with the main. Jet will stay with the group, and then colony number 2 is gonna leave the lighter, and then he's gonna turn into like a crumpled up piece of paper, and just kind of, since this place kind of looks like trash, right?
Mhm.
It's gonna make a stand look like garbage,
Garbage,
and then
okay.
it's gonna roll down the hallway and kind of like stop to see what's
Alright.
going on in here.
Gotcha.
Alright.
You see a pair of Yakuza members watching what appears like it's almost like a portable television set on the table in the kitchen, and they're discussing the show. It's like some sort of game show where a bunch of contestants attempt to it looks like they're like attacking some sort of castle almost.
Oh shit!
And there's like obstacles and stuff.
Amazing.
Nice. Eric, will just quickly. I assume there's no like USB drives or anything.
Eric, there is no USB drive. They were like emailing or forwarding, I guess, the emails that
USB.
there was no USB
Floppy
drive.
disks.
They're floppy disks. No, it'd be
Okay.
probably floppy or magnetic
Ah,
disks.
they're like
Magnetic tapes.
game console memory cards existed or something, didn't they?
In
That
the
was
80s?
2000. This my brother
is
in Christ.
pre-GameCube.
This is cartridges and floppy disks.
Alright. Was he saving anything onto a disc?
No, he was forwarding the emails that he was like deciding were important.
And are they just any kind of drug deal or?
It looks like any sort of communication with, and like describing any sort of transaction, essentially.
Okay. And he skipped like any kind of personal stuff.
Correct. You are using the computer, however, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. As you're using the computer, a sort of like pixelated figure appears on the desktop.
Oh.
It looks almost like a call it silhouette almost of like purple, and it's sort of like jumping up and down. The words "click me" appears over it, like over its head.
What the? Oh wait, Adblock didn't exist back then.
That is correct. Adblock did not exist back then.
It's like a featureless figure just jumping up and down.
Yeah, it's like a purple like a purple pixelated silhouette. Not
Alright.
necessarily like full on stick man, but like a pixel man.
Alright. Well, we'll do this in JoJo fashion, and he'll say, "What the hell? Is this kind of some kind of game?" And I'll click it.
As you do, the pixel man sort of blows up, and you see a very pixelated face. Though in this case, it almost looks like a drama mask with like like half smile, half frown, almost a large caricature of a nose. Again, sort of in that 8-bit pixel style. As mouth opens and closes, as if sort of in the process of speaking, and text appears underneath it. Well, well, well. Another snooping rat.
Do any of you play this kind of game? He'll look over his shoulder to the rest of the party.
And as you look over and make eye contact with Jet and Jocelyn, a hand reaches through the CRT screen, grabs Eric, and sort of begins to pull him into the television, or not the
Shit.
television, the computer screen. Let me just move this guy so he's not in the way.
You can't do this. VR hasn't been invented yet.
VR hasn't been invented yet.
Jocelyn doesn't play video games because those are for nerds.
She has video games made of her.
Jocelyn's BMX racer
You
underground.
Jesus Christ, no. No, you are not taking this from Tony.
He's got his own game series. Has got more popular.
Oh, of course. No, what am I even
What
saying?
is initiative again?
It's brains plus your stand speed plus d6.
Yes. 1d6 plus your brains modifier plus your speed modifier. Remember, it is your speed modifier.
Wow.
You're gonna have to add us to the thing.
Yes. 1 second.
Holy shit today. What the fuck?
Let me just go put my dish away.
I'll chalk it up to Jocelyn not paying attention to the screen because it's nerd shit.
All right. I need to roll. Roll 1d6 plus. All right. Let me change his initiative. Eric, Jocelyn, make sure you put your initiatives into the thing.
We don't have any music.
Oh, Yes. Let me. Where is our music? We haven't had music this entire time. Ah. Uh. Let's see. I can't actually access it. Rexon, can you do the music?
Yeah, I can certainly try.
Perfect. Thank you. Oops, there it is. No, no, no.
Alrighty.
All right. Just for the Justin, what did you roll for your
8.
8? Okay, I'll put you onto the initiative.
This is gonna be Eric's inspiration for writing the new hit novel Sword Art Online.
Jesus Christ.
You should be arrested.
Alrighty. Jet, you are.
Yes.
Nope, sorry. Eric, you are the first act. Your arm has been pulled into the computer screen.
Oh, I'm not in yet. Okay, cool.
No, you have not been pulled in fully.
He'll immediately try to pull himself back out.
Mhm.
I imagine he's more reacting on instinct here, since it's so sudden. He'll use his legs to push against the wall under the desk and try to yank his arm out.
Okay. Roll me bronze, I would say. Are you're not using your stand for this, are you?
No,
Okay.
my stand's actually weaker than I am. So
Okay. Yeah, you do manage to pull yourself out. However, as your arm emerges from the screen, you pull whatever is holding on to you. It appears to be a hand out with you, and the portion of your arm that had been, let's call it, submerged into the surface of the CRT screen, it looks pixelated almost, like not flesh and blood.
shit, is this one of those computer virus things? Uh, that's
And you take 2 points of damage.
that was my match, right?
That was your main action. That is correct.
Secondary action, I will. What this does right now? He'll get one of his he'll get his one of his tops ready. He won't be able to spin it this turn, but because he only has one hand. I don't think. Can you spin with one hand? I don't think so.
Yeah, you can.
You can spin with one hand. Yep.
Okay.
It's not a Beyblade.
Yeah.
You don't need both hands to let it rip.
All right. Fair enough. I just note a +1 top.
All right.
That's my turn, since I assume I'm.
Yep.
Grappled or whatever. Okay.
Uh,
So this room is just too small to move around in anyway.
all right, Jet, you're up. The arm is partially extended through the screen itself.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna make a secret action.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put that down. I'll use red for that. And then Big Jet will go over and try to pull this guy completely out of the computer screen with two big, oversized fists.
Yeah. As you do, or attempt to do so, your big, oversized fists sort of pass through. The pixelated arm sort of like wiggling and wobbling. As you would expect some sort of like disturbed image to interact that way, but it doesn't seem like it's a fully physical entity. You notice as you do so, your arm passes through Eric's arm as well, the digitized version.
Mm.
The stand laughs. The face sort of moving up and down in that caricature of speech, and you can see texts print across the screen. Ha ha ha, idiot. What did you expect? You're not real, I'm real.
Can I do my second action?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have two full actions, essentially. That is correct.
Yeah, yeah. The second action will be I'm gonna unplug the computer from the wall.
Alright. You unplug the computer from the wall. It blinks out. The stand vanishes. Eric, your arm vanishes.
Oh shit.
Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt, but there is a spray of blood as your arm no longer exists
Oh.
and you begin bleeding
Shit.
out.
Oh shit.
Like you got hit by Vanilla Ice, dude.
Could really use a bandage.
I can't do anything else.
Eric, you take. Let me GM roll. Ten unmitigated damage as your arm is completely lost.
10?
10.
Okay. I'm at 11 health.
There will be 2 secret actions occurring. Jocelyn, you're up.
You should turn that thing back on, right? If you want to get his arm back. Jocelyn, out of frustration, is gonna try and if his arm's gone, can she use her secondary action to try and turn it back on? Is that thing
Yeah,
can be
you
done?
can attempt to like plug the computer back in.
Yeah, is
Jet head
that a
on.
secondary action?
Yeah, it's a secondary action. You're not contesting anything.
Yeah, she'll try and do that.
You boot the computer back on, and it goes to like the boot screen for, I guess this would be like Microsoft, what, DOS, I guess, and
It would be before even the first Apple desktop. So
yeah, this weird Dell IBM machine, and it's sort of in the boot screen. The strange purple figure is like sort of present, moving around on the boot screen. It's holding Eric's arm almost like a trophy. You can see sort of like red pixelated drops of blood dripping from the stump.
I think we have to go in after it.
go into the computer.
It doesn't look like anything out in the physical world can interact with it.
Oh, good grief. Well,
Yeah, it does it.
Jocelyn's gonna say, hate this nerd shit, and she's gonna charge into the screen.
All right,
So
you
I'm gonna
charge.
chase, we're moving.
You attempt to charge into the screen, and you can almost like sort of plunge your hand through the CRT monitor as you feel it like resist for a second before you get all the way through, as if it's like a almost like a jello like liquid. And
She's riding into it.
oh, you
Yeah.
just slam into the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sort of slurps you in the moment you make contact with it.
This is now becoming Tron. So what do I see?
You find yourself in a large, blank, almost black void. Behind you, uh, is the I guess the boot up I'm gonna Google real quick. I think 1980s would have been what Windows.
Oh, it would not even.
Windows
It'd be
1.0.
MS-DOS.
This would have been
It'd be
yeah.
MS-DOS. MS-DOS, I think.
MS-DOS, yep. It would have
Yeah.
been Windows DOS. So yeah, you see like the boot up for DOS behind you. So I guess it would have been a completely white screen if I remember my DOS.
It'd be white. I don't even think there'd be like a desktop GUI. It'd be like mostly command prompts and stuff that you'd touch with. So yeah.
Yep,
So
you
she's looking
see
for an enemy.
nope, it is just the DOS boot up screen.
There's a screen in front of her, like
No,
another
like you
screen.
imagine you are like in a featureless void, with only like the words for the MS
And you,
DOS.
like
There's
it's like
like-
you're standing in the credits page.
And there's a loading
Yeah.
bar.
The
Boot up bar or
I
something.
believe. Well, we're just gonna say yes because I don't fully remember what
Oh
DOS.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's
Yeah.
this is
It's
Jojo
JoJo's,
computer.
yeah.
It's Jojo
Yeah.
computer. Whatever.
Yeah.
She wants to. She will attack the loading bar.
All right, you attack the loading bar. You guys watch as Jocelyn punches the loading bar, or I guess rams it with.
Rams into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ram it. Okay, roll me a power roll, please.
11.
You guys watch as on the screen a pixelated Jocelyn rams into the loading bar, making full contact with it. And you can see it sort of get pushed backwards just a little bit, as if her interaction with it fully like stops the loading process, and like you're holding it in place, freezing it, as the computer screen does not change from the boot screen.
You know, as someone who does stunts for a living, I know an awful lot about crashing something.
That's her turn.
Christ. All right. Eric, you're up.
Okay. Hopefully, pixelated blood isn't a thing. He's gonna jump inside, I guess.
You are still bleeding out from your injury. Keep that in
Oh
mind.
yeah. He's going to. I mean, it's kind of hard to apply a bandage with one hand. He's gonna have to just wait for Jet to
Mhm.
do it for him. Can I ready my action to jump in? Is that it?
Yeah, you can ready an action to jump in.
Okay.
All right. You're going to take a little bit of damage here from the injury.
He'll just add +1 to his top as well.
I'll leave the damage until after Jet's turn to see if his like bandaging or medical action fails or not. Jet, you're up. What are you
Okay.
doing?
Well, I would like to help Eric since I've cut off his arm. But what I was thinking was
Mm-hmm.
maybe I could spend both my actions, like one, like helping him get fixed up, and then two, making a prosthetic for him. Prosthetic paper arm.
Okay. This would functionally permanently lower your max HP, because this would essentially be replacing Eric's arm.
What are you thinking?
I'm saying until Eric's arm is replaced and you recover the colony stand that is currently like acting as a prosthetic, you would have like 1 less max HP.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, works for me.
He'll tell his paper to just obey whatever Eric wants to do.
Yeah, roll me a durability roll for your paper. Let's see if you can tourniquet Eric. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You manage to stem the bleeding, and Eric, you watch as like papers begin to fold, forming like a prosthetic, like papery arm.
Thanks.
Keep in mind, you do need to remain within range of Eric for the prosthetic to remain active.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna get my real arm back, thank you.
Mhm.
He's gonna jump inside.
All right. Jet, as Eric jumps aside, do you follow or no?
Well, I guess what I don't know is if he jumps in, is it going to be still considered close enough to me?
You could roll
You know
a
what I mean?
brains check if you wanted to figure that one out.
Sure. Because technically the computer's still within range, so
Mhm.
we'll just see what I think about it.
Sorry,
You are fairly certain, as long as you are within range of the computer, you should be fine.
it's not the World Wide Web yet. He's not a Chinese server.
I'm pretty sure the internet existed in the 80s, Doge. You had a
Yeah, but we're
MSN.
still in the we're
True.
still working on the local machine here. We're not surfing the web.
That's true. All right. Is there anything else you would
I'm
like to do?
gonna stay behind.
Okay, you stay behind. Um, inside the computer screen, Jocelyn, you notice that the white text for the boot up screen slowly begins to turn purple as the pixels gather together to form like a gigantic figure that stands in front of you. Foolish words begin to appear. You've entered my domain. I am Blue Monday. And this is the real world.
Blue Monday?
Yes, Blue Monday. And with that, we're going to go on break. I kind of want to not get too far ahead.
You want Maya to come in as well.
Yeah, I want Maya to come in as well.
This is a fun session, yeah.
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 So
It
I don't
was.
want because I have some maps planned that I think would be really fun for everyone to get to experience. So we'll call this an early session.
Mhm.
Sort of getting our teething back in and getting back into the swing of things. And then hopefully next week everyone will be more prepared for the session.
Trouble.
Yep. And it's going to be fun. I have some very interesting mechanics planned out for this. So,
Like I'm getting weird, like Death 13
almost.
crossover
Yeah.
with Darby's brother, the other Darby.
Play
Like a cross
video
between
games.
the two.
I should just boot up like some old 80s PC games and make you guys play them to beat the stand. Just make you all download an emulator
You can
for
probably you can probably find them online nowadays.
it.
Sorry for cutting off your hand, Doge.
To defeat the stand, you must defeat the high score that I put in.
That's okay.
You gotta play Contra and win.
And thank you for Ozzy showing up. It's been a while. It's always good to see you. I hope you enjoyed watching Ozzy, and we'll see everyone next episode next week. Mac, how's it looking time wise with you? are we still good to start at the normal 6:30 time for you, or is that cutting it close?
I will always attempt to be home by 6:30. I was
Sounds good.
today, so
Yeah, you were. I don't know if the scheduling, because I know you were talking about scheduling earlier. But all right,
everything is okay.
sounds good. We'll see you all next week.